This could be part 4. I don't know, because I don't know how to combine videos, and somehow we got the last video interrupted. So this may be a separate one altogether, or maybe I'll figure out how to combine them. I have no idea how to do that. I'm not an editor. I mean, I'm pretty basic at this. So, all right, now we're just gonna once again apply our lung pressure to get the water out of here. So. Safety first, of course. All right, so now that we've done that way, now we're gonna put a little air through the opposite side and see if any comes out this way. There will be a little bit, but it's not much. This is a little bit harder to hold this and get that little thing sealed up, but it does work. I think that's it. This is mere tablespoons. So all right, so this is what we got out of these 2 lines, and then a little bit of the backside here. So we started out just over 10 liters and almost did 12 liters. So we got 1.5 liters ish out of there, or what is it? I don't know. It's a little over 2.5 gallons, maybe. Let's call it 2 5/8 gallons. Only about 3 1/8, so 1/2 gallon ish. So all right. I mean, these go back on really easy. We'll just dry them off. Try and prevent, because just dry it so that you're not thinking like, wow, my goodness, I got another leak. Put that clip back down. So I'm gonna just use the rag, do a quick easy little dry on the inside so there's not a whole bunch extra. Man, I keep smashing that one closed. All right, there you are. And they go on just like I keep closing that one inadvertently. All right, they go on incredibly easy. So there it is. Push it on, and then just give it a little wiggle. It's hard to give the wiggles while you're doing this. That's it. It's on. All right, same thing over here, and we'll just do this one from the side. Oh, you can't really see it, can you? There we are. Can you hold it right there? Just hold the camera. There you are. Thank you. All right, you know what? Let me get this out of the way so that I don't spill it, because that would suck. Oh, I'd hate to spill that. That would be so freaking annoying. So, here we are. Dried off. push it. Just wiggle it forward until it goes into place. Push the little clip up, and there it is. Those are locked into place. You shouldn't have any leakies. So now, all we need to do, we're gonna pour our bucket into our clean gallon jug real quick, and then we'll compare them all. And we'll be right back after we get that done. Alright, I almost forgot to make a mark on this before I dumped it. So there's the difference between the radiator, which is that bottom solid line of what we just drained out, up to the upper solid line. That is what came out of this part of the cooling system back here that runs all the way back to the rear differential and a little bit forward. So there you have it. That's the announce mark. Now I know exactly how much I'm going to put back into this bucket when we start doing our little vacuum fill. So it's just shy of 12 liters there. So a little over 3 gallons. So all right, now we'll get to pouring that out into here, and we'll see how it compares, because this is the seventh drain. Well, there we have it. Here's the bucket. So first 4 drains, radiator only. These last 2, 4. Oh God. These last 4. Good night. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Holy crap, 8. I did it 8 times. All right, I thought it was 7. I'm tired. It's late. Who in the world should drain their freaking fill and drain their cooling system 8 flipping times? It's insane. But you can see, so this one on the end, that's an unopened bottle of water, clear. So these last 4 here, that's 12 liters of a 29 liter system, which comes out to be, I believe, right at 40%. So when you use the drain the additional of the lines there and the radiator, you're able to get about 40% of the fluid out, and it will slowly get clear. And man, golly, this is a long process. I don't know. Aston Martin says this is a 2.75 hours of billing time to do this, and they include removing the these 2 little aux radiators. And I mean, honestly, you get those 2 aux radiators out, what are you gonna get? Maybe let's just call it a gallon out of each of them. What's 1 gallon is 3.785 liters. So I think I did the math on that, and that comes out to maybe 68% of the entire system. So even with Aston Martin in the service manual having you remove these 2 aux radiators, you're still only getting out 68-ish% of the fluid. I mean, so it really is going to require at least one fill, and run it, flush it, drain it again to come close to, not having 30% of the old junk in there. So, man, all right, so now we're going to fill it up. We're going to do the vacuum thing. I'm going to connect it, show you that. There's plenty of videos on YouTube on how to connect that, how to use it. So I'm not going to go over that too much. I'm just going to show it connected. I'm only able to get about consistently 19 inches of mercury, and I don't know if it's a compressor issue or if it's this thing is cheap issue. But it will suck in probably 2/3 of what I'm going to put in the bucket. And now that I'm pretty content with the amount of that level I'm just going to throw the 3 gallons of the Row AN18LC coolant in here and do the top off the water. That'll give me a mixture ratio of about 40%-ish, and that's good down to, I think, negative 25 C, negative 17 Fahrenheit, and I'm in Florida, so I mean, if that's my issue, I got way bigger problems than my coolant level or coolant mixture ratio. So, all right, let's get this hooked up, and we'll be right back. All right, so just this one little adapter fits in here. Push it all the way down. Unscrew this. Throw it in there. Get it down. Just spit on it, and it slides down a lot easier. Tighten it up. All right, this is just the fill line. It's kind of not doing anything right now. We don't need it. It's going to get really noisy, so I'm not going to really record too much of this. We're only going to be able to pull down to about 19 inches on this. That's all I've been consistently getting. So you turn on one valve to start the air, and another one, and make sure your supply is closed off. Put a little rag or something under this to catch them drippies, and you can see it's gonna start pulling the vacuum, and it'll go down. And once we get it pulled down, I'll be back. Okay, we're back. It's sucked down. That's about 19 inches of mercury, and every time I've done this, I can't get any more than that in there, and it holds. It's been holding for like over a minute because I've been filling my bucket up with my coolant. And as you can see here, this we pulled out of the radiator in those rear lines once again. You know, this line up here is how much we took out, not this one. And this line right here, I mean, that's a smidge. That's a smidge difference between the 3 gallons or 3.785 liter containers that I have. So, well, let's see how much of this the vacuum sucks in. So it's holding the 19. You can see it has sucked the hose flat. Really, both of them. Yep, it sucked the hoses flat. So before I almost, God, I'm so tired because I got started on this early. This is like day 2 of this job, actually. So there we are. That's down there at the bottom, and all we're gonna do is just start to open that, and there you are. You can see the coolant now flowing into the system. And we just let it go. And I'm going to make sure that my my filter, I can actually see it on the very bottom right there. Moving around. Hello. Make sure that stays on the bottom, because I don't need this sucking air in. We just need to suck in all of this coolant. And once again, this is about 40%, right around 40% ish of. Actually, this is less. This is 11 liters, so it's not going to be quite the 40. This is 11 liters, right at 11 liters, and about 38%. I'd have to do the math on that, or y'all can do it for me. And then I'll just top it off with the purified water that I've been filling it up with the last 3 times. So, oh, actually, no, it was almost 12 liters. When I looked at it, it's just it had been sucking it down. So yeah, it was close to 12 liters. Good golly. I told you I'm tired. Doing this for you guys and me, and I want to be done so I can go to sleep. You know, sometimes working on cars and being tired is not necessarily the best the best thing. I've definitely made some mistakes in that condition before. So we'll just talk about this after this gets done. I'm just going to run the car up. All right, so we'll talk about the Aston Martin procedure for a bleed, and it entails being able to connect a computer to the car and turn on a left low temperature system pump. And if you see, I don't know if you can see, right down in there on the top of the I can't let go of this, underneath the cross member there on the top of the intercooler on both sides, there's a little bleed port. So you unscrew that, left side, right side, with the left LTS pump running, close them, turn off the left pump, turn on the right pump, and then burp both of those sides again, bleed them, whatever vernacular term you want to use. And all the while doing this with an adapter cap put onto here and a little bit of air pressure, like 1 bar, so 14 psi, so no more than 1 bar of pressure to pressurize the system. And then, but I can't do that. So we're doing this, which is part of the fill, and then I'm going to run the car and have the heater all the way up, and I'm going to get the car up to its full operating temperature, and we'll just top it off and then drive it and top it off again. And since I know it's got more than enough fluid in it, I'm pretty sure we're going to be fine. I'm not going to have to worry about, airlocks that cause the car to overheat. So, but you can see as the vacuum goes down, so does the fluid level, because it's just sucking it in. I didn't open that all the way because I don't want to just shoot it all the way into the system all at once. I don't know. So just kind of slowly letting it work itself in. And I've done the start it up and let it cycle and get up to it's middle of the temperature range. And then when I put some fans on it, cooled it back down, and literally less than half of the coolant tank was down. So I mean, I was able to get it pretty full doing that. So I'm fairly confident that that little technique is going to work, and I'm not going to have any issues with an airlock or overheating. But I'll drive it around the block, keep it close to the home for a few minutes, bring it back and top it off. But I'm going to warm it up tonight. I'll come top it off in the morning after it cools off, and then take it for a drive, let it get warm, really circulate the fluid through there nice and good, bring it back, and once it cools down, recheck it and make sure it's good, and top it off again if I need to, and then get started on drain and refill of the transmission. So we're just not going to hold you here watching this bucket drain. I'm going to put a pause on this because it's not going to drain all of the bucket. It'll come down to about a gallon, probably about 5 liters left. That would be about 5 liters left in the bucket. So a little less than a gallon and a half. And then I'll just put a funnel in here and hand pour the rest of it in. Old school style, top off, because I can't pull enough vacuum to pull every bit in here. And I watched Aston 1936. He did this. He had probably a little bit better fixture, but he still he pulled a higher vacuum level, and he still had to hand pour in the last gallon. So I guess if you don't have the factory tool or something, I don't know. Who knows? I really, it boggles my mind. But either way, this is working out pretty good. So when we come back, we'll just be hand filling it with the rest of this, because it's done about 10 inches now. We went about 19 down to 10, gone from 12 liters down to 7. It'll probably pull 2 more, and based on the last few times we've done this, and then I'll have to hand pour it, and we'll be back for that. All right, so there we are. Like I sort of anticipated, almost 5 liters. So was it almost 12 down to 5? Let's call it roundabout numbers. Or just over 6.5 liters through the vacuum. So now we have what is that? Almost 1.5 gallons left, and we're just gonna have to pour it in the old school way, and then we'll get it all in there. So we're gonna pass the camera off to our handy assistant, and because I can't pour with one hand.
Do you want to record pouring?
It's recording now.
Okay.
So there you are. All right, so here we go. Drink it. Drink the green juice. So delicious green juice. Yeah, she likes it. Drink that green juice. Get drunk on the juice. All right, it's getting pretty good. So it's what I'm going to do is come over here and just give the hose. It's almost at the top, so I'm just going to give this hose a squeeze. Try and get a little bit of any more of the air out. Get a little more space. Yep, that gave me a little more room because I got about 1 liter left of this. We're getting close. We're getting really close. Heard her let a little air out. Like she's drinking an IPA or something. I can hear her gurgling it down a little bit. I mean, there's not a lot left to go. Maybe half a quart, maybe. So give her a few moments to digest. Just about all she wants right now. Excuse me. Oh, there you are. Bert the baby. Oh, good baby. It's a good burp. Good burp. All right, so I think I got about maybe a little more than a cup, maybe 2 cups left. That seems to be all she wants right now. So we'll start the car up. We'll get some circulating. Before she gets hot, we'll just start it up for about 30 seconds. Let it maybe just pull some in. She's still burping. And then I can probably get that last cup or 2 in there. And then I will... then I'll just run it like I talked about earlier. Do that little procedure. Get it warm. Heater's on full. Fan's on. It's on high. So yeah. And that. Use a rag or something. I just knackered the crap out of my thumb on that guy with this thing. So this is why I'm using the rag. I was really tired of scraping the crap out of my thumb, so. Alright guys, that's pretty much it for the end of this, good golly, almost 30-minute long, just for the finishing, filling, topping it off. So hope this was helpful for y'all, and put any comments, whatever snarky things you want, and enjoy your Astons.